Amplify Our Voices is a docuseries highlighting a collective group of entrepreneurial journeys of Black-owned businesses. In these colorful and raw dialogues, each business uniquely details their individual challenges, lessons, and triumphs of navigating their respective ventures. A Necessary Film seized an opportunity to execute authentically within our own niche by amplifying the voices of our own. Our goal in this series is to promote our peers in the most genuine and intentional manner. Amplify strives to not solely just support Black and brown businesses, but to share their stories in our own way. The history of Black designers is a proud and colorful one, with a heightened awareness around the need for diversity within the fashion industry. Hard work, perseverance, and dedication is the formula for designer Marquise Foster, owner of Marquise Foster. With his many accomplishments, Marquise strives to make a distinctive lane for himself in the industry that he was most destined for.
So I started when I was about 17. High school fashion design kind of stood out to me. I didn't have a true interest at that time, but it was something about style and design that kind of gravitated my interest. So I took a fashion design course in high school, which led to me just wanting to learn more, creating, designing, and that was in California. So me learning a little bit about fashion, New York was the place. So when I graduated, I took a year, worked a little bit, saved up a little bit, and moved to New York just to learn fashion design, to pursue my dreams. It was a random move up and kind of out the blue. Didn't have much money, but I made it work, and I'm just here today, rocking it, still out.
All American. All American. All American. All American.
Runway.
All American. All American.
So the way that I've been able to build a community to be able to support me is through my family initially. It starts there with, the bonds that I created, about me wanting to move to New York. At first, my family for sure was not all about it. Well, my mom rather. But, now seeing the outcome of things, it was just total support and everything that I want to do here. And I've been here since 2009 in New York. And also networking has, allowed me to meet so many different people within the industry and out of the industry. The people around me are big influencers of what I create. A lot of times, I call upon a few friends, few people, and just ask them what they think about an idea. I think that the honest opinion of others around you can kind of guide and focus in on your design a little bit better when you have somebody who knows you to critique your work.
Black designers continue to strive for spaces that will afford them an opportunity to showcase their art in expansive ways. In many ways, when one door opens for one of us, we leave the door open for others.
So being on Project Runway season 18, it has, I would say, elevated my career as a Black designer, where it's kind of difficult for us to even be seen in the fashion world because of the color of our skin. Even though, the creativity is there, the passion is there, but again, we're dealing with sometimes the color of your skin when it comes to just putting your art, out there to the world and just receiving it the way that you want to. Project Runway has given me that platform to be seen a little bit faster than, it would have took me just to be doing it on my own. There's always that easier door that you can take within your career, and Project Runway was that for me. I'm honored to be able to represent, a Black male designer on the show, and, just who I am. I feel that my presence can inspire other generations to become fashion designers and say that, hey, he was on there, let me do something on the same lines and, be great. So being on the show definitely did increase the pressure of being a black designer, because now people are watching to see what's next from you, wanting to know, your next move, wanting to see what you're going to be creating next. I still to this day, even though the show was filmed 2 years ago, people are still asking me, what's next for me? When are we going to expect the next collection? So having that, I was on the forefront as a black male designer on a big TV show for fashion. People are kind of looking up to me to see what is going to be the next best thing as far as, what I create. So one biggest obstacle I would say that, I face today still is finding the resources to actually fund the brand, to continue the brand, and not always relying on customers' purchases to be able to, make the next collection. So, finding investors who want to buy into a brand like they did back in the day for Gucci or Fendi and Prada and things like that. They had investors to put into the brand so that they can create the big ideas that they have. So that's the biggest obstacle for me, is looking for someone to actually put into the brand how I need them to. Some of my proudest accomplishments today would definitely be becoming a tailor in the costume union. So dealing with TV and movies and films, tailoring the clothes for actors and things like that. So far I have worked on 3 TV shows, one for HBO, one for Netflix, and another for HBO Max. And those all been dope experiences, because being in those rooms, you definitely don't see anyone like myself. So me putting my foot into the door, I'm kind of able to also tell other people who look like me about these opportunities that we normally don't even hear about. So the biggest dream that I have and the goal that I have for my brand is to just be known as a brand that has done it all, from making shirts to shoes to suits to gowns to costumes to a yacht or whatever. But I want the brand to be a household name, especially once I'm dead and gone. I want to have my name living on, just like other fashion greats.
Feeling pretty accomplished.
Yeah.
Being a self-taught designer in the competition, you doubt yourself so much. Being this far in the game is a groundbreaking moment for myself.
Yeah. No, you should feel really proud. And you came back and did amazing things.
Yes.
So that's great too.
Yeah,
Told
absolutely.
Right?
the tuxedo in front of
Pretty
Tom
incredible.
Brown, so that was just pretty
It's
dope.
pretty great.
Well, support looks like, even if you're not buying, it's also sharing or telling somebody about the brand. A lot of times people are like, do you know where I can find a designer at, or whatever the case may be is, or someone who can do photography or whatever the case may be is. That is the opportunity right there to support a black business, let them know we have this, company, whatever the case may be is, and that's the way they can support.
As of December 2021, Black designers make up 7% of the American designer population. Marquise committed over 9 years to his craft, leading up to a national debut, all the while staying true to his purpose.
We are being seen and heard, and that we shouldn't give up within anything that we're doing. A lot of times I know it's hard, it's difficult, the struggle is real, but continuing your journey and knowing that you have a purpose with your own brand and your own company is something greater, and also leaving something behind to be remembered by. This is your legacy on this earth, and I'm here as well trying to do the same thing, so that's what I will leave for. for any black designer. I would definitely tell someone who's trying to become a fashion designer is to definitely never give up. Stick to who you are as a designer and just show the world what you can do. A lot of times people think that, you know, I can do this, I can do that, but unless you show it to the world, it's kind of like no one knows what you can do. So I'm a big person about, you know, put your artistry out there to the world, because nobody's gonna call upon you for a job if they're not gonna know what you can do. This is Marquise Foster, and this is Amplify Our Voices. You can find me at marquisefoster.com or Marquise Foster on IG.